Hi guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to the Sister Starcraft English commentary. Let's continue with KCM 2025 Season 3 Week 3. This is going to be set number 6. We will have Bisu versus Jaedong, and this is going to be possibly the final set here. If Jaedong wins, he will have what now? He will have an all kill. This is the first all kill this entire season. I guess in the previous season we had a few all kills already. So nice games. And can Bisu stop Jaedong is the question. Of course, this rivalry is as old as the Earth, Bisu and Jaedong. And the map is knockout. This map is very interesting. Sorry, I show you a picture of Mr. What's his name? Mr. Sea Goblin here. But this is the map knockout. Yeah, we see it. This is knockout. And this map had some problems with Protoss player. I mean, it's not an easy map to play with. For Protoss because of this third base that you have, and it's like assaultable from 3 different angles, from here, from the top, and from the southern side. So 3 different locations, 3 different entries to that third base, and it's a base that doesn't have minerals. Excuse me, it has only minerals. So things are looking very bad. And I think the win rate will confirm that for the matchup. So here are the win rates, and as you can see, knockout is 38.9%. I will update these stats after today because we've had plenty of games played, and so I hope that the stats will better reflect the situation in the game. So that's what it is. But anyways, back to this game. What are we seeing? Looks like Hatchery is going to come down, and Jaedong is going to be allowed to actually make some Zerglings. He's gone for spawning pool first. And as for Bisu, he is going to expand and try to put up a cannon and try to survive. With the hope that Bisu has not made too many Zerglings. Looks like the drone gets the first hit on the probe, which means the probe will need to come down. He's gonna try to micro himself here and buy some time. A second probe has returned, which means this probe can go back and minus at the main. Looks like these players are very smart, and looks like this drone is gonna get trapped. He cannot leave anymore. But Zerglings have moved across the map here. We need to have another probe to come out to scout. This drone will leave. Looks like Bisu is trying to micro hard. He gets the drone, and that's gonna be a nice easy victory. And at this high level, you can already see how tense the fights can get. In a blink of an eye, it can turn victory into defeat and vice versa. I feel like Jaedong had the advantage because he took the first hit on the probe, which means he's gonna be able to actually snipe the probe before the probe snipes him. But with some nice micro, Bisu was able to put on the cannon, save his probe, and then trap that drone. So this is similar to what? It's similar to chess, right? Where in a blink of an eye, you might make a blunder, and that might turn the tide of the game around. Anyways, sorry, I had to kind of take a sip of water there. What are we seeing? The gateway completes as well as the nexus. So we will see both of these players gearing up for the next part of the game. It is going to be a 3 hatchery build here from Jaedong, and I would please excuse me as I eat, because I also need to eat, and this is going to be a little bit more like a casual cast and not like a super formal one. Delicious sandwich is what I'm having. So what are we seeing on this map now? Jaedong is actually just keeping his Zerglings on the high ground to kind of stop any kind of probes from scouting. And as for Bisu, he's going to send his Zelle out. The target is going to be this 3 o'clock position. He wants to kind of try to get the Zelle out wedged behind the minerals. And try to take as much damage points from the Zerglings as possible. Okay, massive Zerglings coming out from Jaedong. What is Jaedong's planning? Keep in mind that Jaedong has kind of been tired, right? I think from the previous games. So maybe his plan is to kind of try to go for a quick win here. He planned something at the front door. It possibly is a hatchery or a hydrodent. I'm not so sure. Anyways, this allows going to be behind back here. And the Zerglings have speed, so they can surround. This is a 4th hatchery. 4th hatchery before tech or what? I mean, it's very strange. Anyways, looks like Jaedong will lose a Zerling. He is, of course, not very careful. But there's going to be a nice attack. And Bisu gets a drone. Wow, this is huge. Getting that drone coupled with that early drone that he's gone, Bisu is not 40 supply and Jaedong 29. Looks like this build from Jaedong might be working out. Okay, 4 hatchery before tech. What is the advantage of this build? I guess you will have a lot of potential for economy, but you need to follow up with the hydrogen, which is what Jaedong is doing right now, because you need to stop the Corsairs from killing your overlords. Now the question is, will this first Corsair go and hunt for overlords right away, or will he try to go and scout? Maybe if he has seen this 4th hatchery, he will go for the overlords right away. We're not so sure about what is going to be the next part of the game now. Looks like he will find at least 1 overlord. Behind this, there are going to be some cannons going up. Actually, right now, Bisu doesn't need cannons. He just needs to build up his economy a little bit more and try to get a few overlords destroyed before, the hydras start to come out. Because on this map, Knockout, your second base is quite secure because of this trench that the current commentator was showing to us. The cannons can cover those trenches, and it's going to be impossible for the hydras to attack against a forge. So 3 hatch hydras is automatically invalidated on this map. Another overlord gets sniped, and looks like Bisu is doing really well for himself. 54 supply for Bisu. Jaedong is 37. Alright, looks like some Zealots are moving out. I'm not so sure how fast are the City of Adun upgrades, because that is going to be what we're looking for the next part of the game. Hydras are trying to position themselves in the fairest location to stop these Zealots from coming out. Alright, we're looking at the 7-minute mark of the game. Bisu is building up his economy. Templar Archive underway. As for Jaedong, he's trying to recover from the early economic deficit that he's taken by losing a couple of drones. I think his lair is underway now. Bisu is going to be coming up with his Zelle with leg attack. I'm not so sure how much damage this will get. Zelle with leg complete. He doesn't have the +1 though, but he's still able to actually move faster than the fast Zerglings. Hydras are positioned in key location to stop the Zealots from attacking. Looks like there are 6 Zealot against, I think, about 6 Hydras. A couple of it, some Zergling support here. Zealot is gonna have to get the best surface area. They're gonna try to come to. Looks like Bisu is gonna return. He's gonna have 2 Corsairs patrolling the outside area. Behind us, what is gonna be the possible next move here from Bisu? Will it be beneficial to expand now and try to go from there? He would just completely keep on powering his economy, building up more gateways, make some high templars, and go for frontal burst. Okay, a single Dark Templar moving through the map is going to be a nice touch here. Zerlings will try to ascertain whether the 3rd base has come up yet, but he doesn't see the 3rd base. The Corsair checking for the timing of the Spire. Doesn't see the Spire, so Bisu is feeling safe to just keep his 2 Corsairs for the time being. Alright, what are we seeing here? Corsair checking out the situation inside of Jaedong's expansion. Doesn't see the Spire. The Spire is the only thing that Bisu really worries about now, because he's gonna try to dedicate everything on the ground army. Looks like Bisu has saved up 3 High Templars, and unless Jaedong makes a Spire now, Bisu is going to have the advantage on the ground. That's a lot of Hydras waiting. And it will all come down to engagement. And finally, the Spire has started. If Bisu can spot it, it's going to be great. But he's going to attack now. There's not enough Hydras to hold. Reinforcement coming from the other side of the map. Hydra is actually not getting involved in the equation. But all of these overlords will fall. Overlord will be completed. It's just right moment. Zelle will need to hold this high ground or maybe surround the Hydras. Looks like the Hydras get surrounded hard. Some Zealot gets inside the main, and Overlords are falling, but all of these Zealots have exhausted themselves. A single Dark Templar getting mixed in this situation. We have a single damage Overlord remaining. The Corsairs we need to go to work on that Overlord. The moment the Overlord has fallen, the Dark Templar will return. Looks like the Dark Templar is not yet moving on the map. It's just sitting exactly where it is because more Overlords have been spotted. So this attack has failed. And after this attack is over, Bisu 102 supply, Jaedong 73. But more importantly, Bisu has kept both of his courses, which will allow him to kind of mitigate the mutualist risk here. Behind this, Jaedong has not yet expanded. I think Bisu is going to be the one who expands faster than Jaedong even, because he's already getting ready to take a probe here, and he built a pylon. These courses are very, very damaged. Bisu need to retire them to the Corsair Museum. His move across the map with some Dragoons. I think Dragoon range is going to complete soon. A new hatchery comes up, but it could get spotted by a Zealot at the top right at any moment. Bisu's ground army pushing through, and these overlords are spawning, but Bisu's going to be the one who's got the high ground advantage. On this side of the map, he's gonna have 3 high templars. Dragoons need to hold for these high templars though. 6 mutualists coming in, and looks like where the Corsairs need to get involved. We need to have a storm. He cuts storm. Great first storm, great second storm. He's storming his own high templars. Not really the right idea. He storms more. He storms his own Dragoons. But now he's gonna try to get the high ground advantage, because this area, the Protoss side, it has the high ground advantage. Hydra's gonna try to come through. His Zealots need to go first. Corsairs getting sniped. One last storms. No, it's not possible. But the last Corsair comes to destroy. Looks like there's just not enough infantry for Jaedong to hold this base. If he loses a hatchery, the game is instantly over. The Dragoon's gonna try to position himself a little bit on the high ground here, not so much on the low ground. He comes through. Looks like there's not enough Hydras. The Hydran is about to get destroyed. Bisu focuses attention on the Hydran, and now he gains a high ground advantage. Zealot coming from the back. So that's it. Bisu secured a victory for the Protoss race and has denied Jaedong his ever so precious all kill this week. But nice performance so far by Jaedong. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.